Okay, now the Adjustment Bureau story starts off with Matt Damon's character, David Norris, who is a charismatic politician running for the United States Senate in New York, and he he really is like winning. He really is winning. He's doing really good, and everybody's really supporting him. And then one day, just something happens where everybody sees this big college prank that he did, and everybody's like, this guy's not serious. We don't want him as a senator. And they pretty much say, screw you, now you're losing. And out of nowhere, he meets this girl that he really just starts to fall in love with. In the first 2 minutes that they meet, they kiss. She tells him to stop being so serious, and he goes out and makes this retarded speech that everybody's like, "Oh, I love it, bravo!" And out of nowhere, he meets the girl again on a bus, and the thing is, he's not supposed to meet that girl ever again. A screw up happens, and the Adjustment Bureau comes in. The Adjustment Bureau pretty much adjusts everything in the world to make sure that everything goes according to plan, and that wasn't according to plan. They come in and say, "You're not supposed to see that girl again," and of course he's like, "Screw you, I want to see her again." They say, "Screw you, you're not," and everybody just like, "Screw you," and everybody's like screwed. And pretty much that's where the story leaves off. I'm not going to explain anything else besides I'm going to say I really like the story. It's very original, very well paced, and I really did like the characters. And overall, I thought the story was really good. So let's go on to the acting of the film. The acting in the film is as good as you would expect from a Matt Damon film, to be honest. Matt Damon does a great job in here playing the main character. You definitely feel for the character. And hey, it's Matt Damon. You know, he doesn't really do a bad job ever. But have you been realizing how many freaking movies he's been in the last year? He's been in what, True Grit, Green Zone, this. There's probably been other 3 movies I can't remember, but really, he's been in a lot of movies, but he's great in this either way. So, hey, if you're going to be great all the time, might as well just keep making movies because you're always going to be great, I guess. Emily Blunt does a great job in this also as the love interest, and you know she's really likable, really good. She's a little zany sometimes, and sometimes it throws me off a little bit because it comes out of nowhere. Like she'll be like, "Oh, I'll throw your freaking phone in a cup of hot coffee," out of nowhere. I'm like, "Oh, okay." I like you because you just destroyed my freaking technology. I don't know. It was a little weird here and there, but I thought she did a really good job. Terrence Stamp plays pretty much the main bad guy. I wouldn't say, I don't even call him bad guy. He's just the main guy that's trying to get Matt Damon away from the girl, and he does a really good job. Other people like Anthony Mackie does good. John Slattery, I think his name was, from Mad Men. I haven't seen Mad Men yet. He does really good. And overall, the acting is really just really good. Okay, so let's go on to the next category, which is actually going to be the chemistry of the film. I know that sounds like a weird category to talk about, but many people have been talking about this movie having great chemistry, but did I think the chemistry was great? Many people said this is the only good thing about the movie, so let me talk about the chemistry of the Adjustment Bureau. Okay, now the chemistry of the film, which is I just said this, I know, but really it is a weird category to talk about. But because this is a romance movie at its heart, even with the sci-fi elements, I'm going to talk about the chemistry between the two main characters because really that's really where the heart of the film is. And many people have been saying the chemistry is fantastic. Do I think so? Yes, I actually do. The chemistry between the two characters were really, really good. Matt Damon and Emily Blunt play off each other perfectly. They definitely spark together, and I really thought after the first 2 minutes of the meeting, I definitely could see them falling in love with each other. And you know what? I thought the chemistry was great, really. I thought it was probably the best part in the movie. Not saying the movie's bad, but I'm saying it is the best part in the movie. They definitely play off each other very well. Emily Blunt seems a little crazy at first, but Matt Damon's like, hey, that's cool. You know, she's crazy, but she's hot. And later on, you know, they maybe she becomes less crazy, I would say. And she doesn't dump his phone into a cup of hot coffee, which was kind of weird. But yeah, sorry if I spoiled that, but she dumps his phone in a cup of hot coffee. I'll break that bitch's neck. Anyway, yeah, I thought the chemistry was great. So, chemistry, great job. Let's go on to the entertainment of the film. Now, the entertainment of the film, I'm just going to say it right here. the movie was really, really fun to watch. Now, when I was watching the trailer, every freaking time a movie popped up, there would be this trailer for the Adjustment Bureau for the last year, and I was like, holy crap, man, get away from me. Every time I saw it, I was like, that looks like the most boringest shit ever. I saw it, it was really, really fun. It was definitely an entertaining movie. There's not much action going on, but there's a lot of witty dialogue between the two characters, Emily Blunt and Matt Damon. And I'm going to say the Adjustment guys, the Adjustment Bureau guys, are really cool. I mean, sure, they're wearing trench coats and freaking, not trench coat, I'm sorry. They're wearing, like, suits and a hat that makes them look all badass, but they do sound badass. They all talk like a badass, and, they're all badass. Every time they came on the screen, I'm like, sweet, I want to see what they do next. And usually that was a lot. They really were on the screen a lot of the time. Like, in the beginning of the film, they were there. Before they were even introduced, they were just, like, there looking at stuff and like, this isn't right. We need this, this, and this. And we're like, if you didn't know anything about this movie, you'd be like, what the fuck are they talking about? I like those characters. I like Emily Blunt and Matt Damon's characters. They definitely made this movie very entertaining. And the other stuff in the movie was very entertaining. Definitely the sci-fi elements in the film were really cool. They didn't overuse them. Like, they didn't make it so that freaking Paris folds over itself like in Inception or something like that. But the only big sci-fi element in here is like the teleporting doorways. Like the Adjustment Bureau can open a door, and like the other way to the other side of the door would be for they'll be in front of the Statue of Liberty or something. And that's about the biggest sci-fi element besides the Adjustment Bureau itself. So overall, I thought it was very entertaining. I thought it was a very good movie. The acting was great. The story was great. Even the cinematography was great. The soundtrack was really good. Overall, I thought the movie was just great, really. I was very surprised by the movie. For this review, you probably realize I didn't give scores for each category like I said I was going to. This time I'm going to actually review, I'm going to write it out in the description below, but this isn't going to be all the time. So, anyway, if you want the full written review, check the description below because it's going to be somewhat like the game reviews there where I talk about each category, and yeah. So, hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you go see this movie because it's very good. Thank you and goodbye.